In the last 10 days, the Kenyan sport, more so volleyball family, has been engulfed in mourning following the untimely demise of volleyball icon Janet Wanja Mungai at just 40. Wanja's promotion to glory came as a shock to many, bearing in mind that last summer she was at the Paris Olympic Games doing what she did best, representing her country with pride and valor, albeit this time in a different capacity. When volleyball books are written, history will be kind to her soul because she offered a decorated service to the country, and at no single moment did she turn her back on national calling. She was refined, a top talent bequeathed to us by Mr. and Miss Mungai, and who was the best setter and the best volleyball player of our time, the last 2 decades. She attained global stardom and was a towering giant in the sport. One just needs to sample the heroics, the honors, and the triumphs she had on the court to understand what an impeccable athlete she was. 4 National Volleyball League titles with Kenya Pipeline, 4 African Championship titles with Malkia Strikers, equivalent of AFCON, if we could borrow from football. 10 African Club Championships, equivalent to CAF Champions League, and an FIVB World Grand Prix title in Australia 2015, not to forget helping Malkia Strikers spike their way to the Olympics. Then you understand how much she gave. If there was a chapter to be written in Kenya sports, then her name would be mentioned in reverence alongside Dennis Oliech, Musa Otieno, Eliud Kipchoge, Faith Kipyegon, Collins Injera, McDonald Mariga, Robert Wangila, amongst many others. She was in a class of her own, a fine athlete from our shoes. However, her death has taught us that in this country, priority is given to the lives of our erring politicians, many of whom have failed to better our sports, have failed to put in place the requisite infrastructure, and have failed to put forth stringent policies that will safeguard and guarantee a good, meaningful life to our sports heroes and heroines, even in retirement. Wanja was a heroine, but she died an ordinary woman with no meaningful capital to cushion her family because the system failed her. In her requiem service and even in her interment, even at the candle lighting, no senior government official, here I mean a cabinet secretary or a principal secretary, not even her area member of parliament, had the time to pay homage, to give her final salute, despite the decorated service. In civilized states that respect their sports heroines and heroes, the picture would have been different. It is time the leadership of this country and our lawmakers realize that our sports heroines and heroes give the country so much more than them, who in their air-conditioned offices and fat packs have failed even in the most basic of things, proper legislation that can make our sports better. To Wanja, a dear friend, a neighbor, a legend, a towering volleyball icon, may you have an eternal rest. That is my shot.